Hey YouTube, welcome to the Crime Snoop channel for your dose of solved crimes, unsolved crimes, celebrity crimes, crimes of passion, and just downright despicable crimes. Okay, so today's story is about how one woman decided to play with fire, got burnt. And not just did she get burnt, but in the process, so did her family members. Meet Devine Fisher, 29 years old, out of California. Devine is accused of allegedly starting a fire that killed two of her children as well as her great-grandmother. The fire happened in January, but Devine was just arrested last week. According to the Sheriff's Department, Ms. Fisher had been under investigation ever since the fire happened. On January 25, 2021, fire crews responded to Fisher's home at around 3 p.m. and found a blazing fire that seemed to originate in the garage. Firefighters found a cut power line in the yard in front of the house. At the time, Fisher had said that she opened the door to the garage that day and saw a fire explode. Fisher was able to escape, along with her 90-year-old great-grandmother who was in a wheelchair, plus one of her 16-month-old twins and 3 other adults, and a neighbor was able to go in and get another one of her children. But her other 2 children, 16-month-old Aria and 2-year-old Julian, were left behind a baby gate with the family's 3 dogs, all of which died in the fire. The grandmother, Phyllis Fisher, sustained such severe burns to much of her body that she had to be placed in a medically induced coma. And unfortunately, 3 days after the fire, she succumbed to those injuries. The police didn't reveal what led detectives to determine that Devine was allegedly responsible for starting the fire, but the DA has charged her with 3 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 3 counts of willful child endangerment, 1 count of harming an elder dependent adult, 4 counts of recklessly and unlawfully causing a fire that led to great bodily injury, and 1 count of recklessly and unlawfully causing a fire. Ms. Fisher, she's facing a slew of charges. All I can say is I hope she has a good lawyer. I'm not sure what happened at that home on that horrible day. Whether Ms. Fisher intentionally or unintentionally started that fire, but what is clearly evident is that 3 lives, unfortunately, were lost that day. Now, I do have a question about some things I read that are a bit confusing to me. The house was a 1-story home. The fire started in the garage and the babies were found dead in the garage behind a toddler gate. I'm not sure all that adds up. Why are the children behind a toddler gate in a closed garage? Ms. Fisher, how did this fire start? Remember, according to Ms. Fisher, when she opened the garage door, she saw a fire explode. So I'm assuming she was on the outside of the garage when this happened and was unable to enter and get the babies. Hopefully these questions and many more will be answered during the trial. A neighbor said Devine couldn't do much to rescue her other children and said all she kept saying is, "My babies, get my babies out." This is a tragic and horrific incident. When you think about those innocent babies burning alive in that home and no one being able to save them, I pray the truth comes out. And if she is responsible for setting that fire and causing her own babies to suffer in such a horrible manner, she should suffer the maximum consequences for that. Alright you guys, leave a comment below and let's talk about it. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Smash that like button for me. I'm off to do more snooping.